Sophia Bennett thought her marriage was unshakable, until the day a small, seemingly innocent detail sent her spiraling into questions she never thought she'd ask. Was everything she believed about trust and loyalty a facade? Her search for answers uncovered something so unexpected, it left her questioning not only her relationship, but the very nature of faithfulness itself. What she discovered is both shocking and eye-opening, a story that will change how you see the signs of a truly committed partner forever. As Sophia unraveled the clues, she found herself on a journey that blurred the lines between doubt and certainty, fear and hope. Could the truth about fidelity be hidden in the mundane moments we take for granted? Or do we miss the most crucial signs while searching for the wrong ones? What she uncovered will leave you questioning everything you know about loyalty and desperate to find out what happens next. Stay with me. Sophia Bennett had always believed that love was a sanctuary, a place where trust flourished and doubts vanished. Yet, as she navigated her relationship with Ethan, a nagging uncertainty began to take root in her heart. The more she examined his actions, the more questions surfaced. Were his late nights at work truly just that? Or was there a hidden truth lurking beneath the surface? With each passing day, her insecurities grew, shrouding their once perfect love in a veil of doubt. One evening, while scrolling through her phone, she stumbled upon an article about the signs of a faithful partner. Every sign resonated deeply, igniting a fire of suspicion within her. Was Ethan truly committed to her, or were there cracks in the foundation of their relationship? As Sophia wrestled with her emotions, she felt torn between wanting to trust him and fearing that her intuition was warning her of impending heartache. Could she find the courage to confront him before it was too late? The weight of her dilemma pressed down on her as she prepared for another evening with Ethan. He arrived with his usual charm, flashing a smile that momentarily eased her anxieties. But beneath the surface, Sophia's mind raced. The laughter and love they once shared now felt tinged with uncertainty, a bittersweet reminder of what could be lost. Was it truly possible to rebuild their relationship on a foundation of trust when doubt had already crept in? As the night wore on, Sophia found herself wrestling with the decision to speak her truth. Could she voice her fears without pushing Ethan away? Or would silence lead her further into the darkness of doubt? The stakes were high, and the choices she faced could either strengthen their bond or fracture it irreparably. With her heart pounding, Sophia realized she was standing on the precipice of a pivotal moment, one that could change the course of their relationship forever. Sophia Bennett was a vibrant, 27-year-old artist living in the heart of Seattle. Her small studio apartment was filled with colorful canvases, brushes, and the scent of fresh paint, mirroring her lively spirit. Her friends admired her creativity and passion for life, but beneath her cheerful exterior, Sophia wrestled with insecurities about her relationship with Ethan, her boyfriend of 2 years. Though he was charming and supportive, Sophia often found herself wondering if their bond was as strong as it seemed. Ethan was 29, tall, with a charismatic smile that could light up a room. He worked as a graphic designer and often praised Sophia's artwork, making her feel valued and appreciated. Yet, as weeks turned into months, Sophia began to notice subtle changes in Ethan's behavior. He was occasionally distracted during their conversations, his mind seemingly elsewhere. In moments of silence, doubt crept in. Was he truly present, or was he hiding something? The couple frequently enjoyed outings together, from exploring local art galleries to weekend hikes in the nearby mountains. On the surface, their relationship appeared solid, but Sophia couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Whenever she tried to share her own worries or aspirations, Ethan would often redirect the conversation back to his latest projects or social engagements. The imbalance made Sophia feel unheard, planting seeds of doubt about their future together. Sophia cherished their time together, but struggled with her fear of confronting Ethan about her feelings. She worried that voicing her insecurities might lead to conflict, or worse, jeopardize their relationship. Each time she contemplated bringing up her concerns, she felt a wave of anxiety wash over her. Did she truly have reason to doubt Ethan's fidelity, or was she allowing her insecurities to cloud her judgment? The questions loomed large in her mind. Despite her uncertainties, Sophia held on to the beautiful memories they shared. The laughter, the adventures, the quiet moments of intimacy. These were the threads that wove their relationship together. Yet, in the back of her mind, she knew that genuine connections require openness and trust. As she observed Ethan's behavior, Sophia felt torn between loyalty and the nagging instinct that something was amiss. How could she find clarity without risking the bond they had? One evening, after a particularly difficult day at work, Sophia sat on her couch, grappling with her thoughts. She wanted to believe in Ethan's love and commitment, but doubt had begun to cast a shadow over her heart. As she stared at her latest painting, a canvas filled with swirling colors, she wondered if she could find a way to express her feelings. Could she open a dialogue with Ethan without sounding accusatory? The thought of confronting him filled her with trepidation, yet deep down, she understood that she needed answers to quell the storm brewing inside her. As days passed, Sophia found herself more attuned to Ethan's actions and behaviors, searching for clues that would either confirm or dispel her growing doubts. One evening, while scrolling through her phone, she stumbled upon an article about the signs of a faithful partner. Each point resonated with her, and she felt a mix of hope and dread as she reflected on her own relationship. Was Ethan truly committed, or were the signs pointing toward a hidden truth she was too afraid to confront? That night, as they cuddled on the couch watching a movie, Sophia noticed Ethan's phone buzzing beside him. A stream of messages illuminated the screen, and Sophia's heart raced as she caught a glimpse of a name she didn't recognize. "Who's that?" she asked casually, trying to mask the knot of anxiety tightening in her stomach. Ethan glanced at the phone before dismissing it with a wave of his hand. "Just a coworker," he replied, his tone light, but Sophia couldn't shake the unease creeping into her mind. The following day, Ethan's behavior became even more puzzling. He canceled their dinner plans at the last minute, citing a work emergency. Sophia's disappointment morphed into a familiar feeling of rejection. Was this yet another excuse, or was she reading too much into everything? Her thoughts spiraled as she recalled the signs she had read: honesty, commitment, trust. What did they mean in the context of her relationship? Was she witnessing a shift, or was she merely paranoid? Feeling overwhelmed, Sophia confided in her best friend, Maya. "I just don't know if I can trust him anymore," she admitted, her voice shaky. Maya listened carefully, her expression one of concern. "Trust your instincts, Sophia. If something feels off, it probably is. You deserve to be with someone who shows you they care, not just in words, but through their actions." Emma's heart raced. Was it time to confront Ethan about her fears? The thought both excited and terrified her, pushing her closer to a decision she had long avoided. Sophia's mind was a whirlwind of thoughts as she grappled with her fears of confronting Ethan. What if he dismissed her concerns as unfounded paranoia? What if he got angry, or worse, felt trapped? The thought of losing him terrified her, and she couldn't shake the feeling that confronting him might jeopardize their relationship. Her mind raced with conflicting emotions: love, fear, and a deep-seated desire for reassurance. Each moment of hesitation felt like a betrayal to herself. Despite the nagging doubt, Sophia tried to convince herself that everything was fine. They had shared so many beautiful moments together. What if she was just overreacting? She wanted to believe that Ethan was simply busy with work and life, just as everyone else was. After all, relationships go through phases, don't they? She buried her feelings under layers of rationalization, convincing herself that it was a fleeting phase, a temporary discomfort. But how long could she continue to ignore her instincts? The more Sophia attempted to suppress her doubts, the more they grew, clawing at her heart. One day, while meeting with Maya for coffee, she found herself lost in thought. Maya noticed Sophia's distraction and asked, What's really bothering you?" Emma forced a smile, her heart heavy with unsaid words. "I'm just trying to figure things out," she replied, sidestepping the deeper issues. How could she explain her fear of losing Ethan? How could she articulate the weight of her unvoiced suspicions? As weeks went by, Sophia continued to find solace in art, pouring her emotions onto the canvas in vibrant colors. Yet, the act of painting only highlighted her internal struggle. With each stroke, she confronted the truth she was unwilling to face. Her heart ached for clarity and honesty. But would confronting Ethan lead to the resolution she sought, or would it unravel everything they had built together? The uncertainty weighed heavily on her, but the fear of remaining in the dark was even more unbearable. Ultimately, Sophia found herself at a crossroads. The choice to confront Ethan loomed over her, both enticing and terrifying. Could she take the leap, risking everything to seek the truth? Or would she choose to remain silent, allowing doubt to fester? It was a pivotal moment in her journey, one that would determine the future of their relationship. Deep down, Sophia knew that choosing silence meant accepting a life shadowed by uncertainty, a choice she wasn't sure she could bear any longer. Sophia decided it was time to seek advice from someone who truly understood her, Maya, her best friend since childhood. They met at their favorite cafe, a cozy nook filled with laughter and the rich aroma of freshly brewed coffee. As Sophia settled into the plush chair, she felt a mix of anticipation and anxiety. Maya's presence always calmed her, but this time, she needed more than just comfort. She needed clarity. "Maya, I'm struggling with something important," she admitted, her voice trembling slightly. Maya leaned in, her eyes filled with concern. "What's going on, Sophia? You can tell me anything." Taking a deep breath, Sophia recounted her fears about Ethan and the nagging doubts that had been plaguing her. "I feel like I'm the only one investing in this relationship, and I don't know how to talk to him about it without sounding accusatory," she confessed, her vulnerability laid bare. Maya listened intently, nodding as Sophia shared her heartache. "You deserve to be with someone who is fully present and values you, Sophia," Maya replied, her tone firm yet gentle. "Trust your instincts. If something feels off, it's worth addressing. Real love is built on honesty and openness." The words struck a chord within Sophia, echoing the very sentiments she had been wrestling with. "But what if I push him away?" she questioned, fear creeping back into her heart. "What if he gets defensive or angry?" Maya offered a reassuring smile. "Having an open conversation doesn't have to be confrontational. You can use I statements to express how you feel without blaming him. For example, say something like, 'I feel anxious when I notice you seem distant.' It's about sharing your perspective, not accusing him." Sophia contemplated this advice, realizing that framing her feelings in this way could foster understanding rather than hostility. Maya continued, "Remember, true relationships thrive on communication. If Ethan is the right partner for you, he'll want to hear your concerns and work through them together." This perspective ignited a flicker of hope in Sophia's heart. Maybe confronting Ethan wasn't about creating conflict. It was an opportunity to deepen their connection. As the conversation flowed, she felt empowered, inspired to reclaim her voice in the relationship. By the end of their meeting, Sophia felt a renewed sense of determination. She had come to Maya seeking clarity, and she left with a plan. It was time to face her fears and open up to Ethan. The next time they met, she would take the leap and express her feelings honestly, trusting that whatever happened, she could handle it. With newfound courage, Sophia embraced the idea that true love could withstand the test of vulnerability. The moment had arrived, and Sophia's heart raced as she prepared to confront Ethan. They had planned a cozy dinner at their favorite Italian restaurant, a place filled with memories of laughter and shared dreams. As she dressed, Sophia felt a mix of excitement and trepidation. This dinner could either deepen their bond or unravel the very fabric of their relationship. She took a moment to breathe deeply, reminding herself of the importance of honesty and vulnerability. When she arrived at the restaurant, the ambiance was warm, with soft music playing in the background. Ethan greeted her with a smile that momentarily melted away her anxiety. They settled at a table by the window, and as they exchanged pleasantries, Sophia's mind raced with what she wanted to say. But every time she opened her mouth, the words felt stuck, buried beneath layers of fear. Would Ethan understand? Would he be receptive to her concerns? After a few moments of small talk, Sophia knew it was time. "Ethan," she began, her voice steady despite the butterflies in her stomach. "There's something I need to talk to you about. I've been feeling a bit disconnected lately." She watched his expression shift from casual interest to curiosity as she continued. "I feel like I'm always the one reaching out, and sometimes it feels like you're not fully present." The words hung in the air, charged with the weight of unspoken emotions. Ethan's brow furrowed as he processed her words. "I had no idea you felt this way," he replied, his tone earnest. "I've been busy with work, but that's no excuse. I care about you, Sophia." Sophia felt a glimmer of hope as she watched him. This was the moment she had been waiting for, a chance to voice her feelings and, hopefully, to reconnect. As the conversation unfolded, Sophia realized that this confrontation was not just about addressing her fears, but about fostering deeper intimacy and understanding between them. As the dinner continued, Sophia felt a mix of vulnerability and empowerment. Ethan listened intently, absorbing her words. "I really want to work on this, Sophia," he said earnestly. "I've been so wrapped up in my job that I didn't realize how my actions affected you." The sincerity in his voice offered Sophia a glimmer of hope. Yet, she couldn't shake the remnants of doubt that had settled in her heart. Would his promise translate into real change, or were they merely words? In the days following their conversation, Ethan made a genuine effort to reconnect. He started texting Sophia more frequently, checking in throughout the day and planning surprise outings. This newfound attentiveness warmed her heart, but Sophia also found herself grappling with skepticism. Was this a temporary change, or was he genuinely committed to making things right? She felt torn between wanting to believe in his sincerity and the caution born from her previous experiences. Sophia confided in Maya about the recent developments. "He seems to be trying, but I'm scared it won't last," she admitted during one of their coffee dates. Maya nodded thoughtfully. "Change takes time, but you also have to trust your gut. If you see genuine effort, allow yourself to feel hopeful. But if doubts arise again, don't hesitate to voice them." Emma appreciated Maya's balanced perspective, feeling empowered to set boundaries while remaining open to the possibility of healing. As the weeks went by, Sophia began to notice subtle signs of Ethan's commitment. He shared more about his work challenges, including times when he felt overwhelmed or insecure. They had deep conversations about their dreams and fears, strengthening their emotional connection. However, a nagging voice in Sophia's mind reminded her to remain vigilant. Could a few good weeks erase the doubts that had lingered for so long? Then came a moment that tested their progress. One evening, while out with friends, Sophia spotted Ethan engaged in a deep conversation with a woman she didn't recognize. The sight of their laughter felt like a punch to her gut, reigniting the insecurities she had worked so hard to overcome. Was he slipping back into old patterns? Sophia's heart raced as jealousy and anxiety battled within her. She knew she needed to address her feelings, but the fear of confrontation loomed large once again. Later that night, as they walked home together, Sophia felt the weight of unspoken words between them. "Ethan, can we talk about something?" she began hesitantly. "I saw you talking to that woman tonight, and it made me uncomfortable." Ethan paused, surprise etched on his face. "Oh, she's just a coworker. I didn't mean to make you feel uneasy." His response, while reassuring, also stirred doubts in Sophia. but it felt like more than just a friendly chat. I don't want to feel insecure in our relationship. Ethan took a deep breath, understanding the weight of her words. I get it, Sophia. I'm sorry if I made you feel that way. I care about you and want to be the partner you deserve. His sincerity was palpable, but Sophia couldn't shake the vulnerability she felt. It was in moments like these that she realized trust was a continuous journey. Could she find the balance between allowing herself to feel secure and recognizing her fears as valid? As they navigated these emotional waters, Sophia found herself drawing strength from her friendships outside of her relationship with Ethan. Maya became a steadfast ally, reminding Sophia of her worth and encouraging her to be honest with herself and Ethan. You deserve someone who makes you feel valued and secure, Maya would say, reinforcing the importance of mutual respect. These conversations fueled Sophia's resolve, reminding her that while love was important, her well-being was paramount. Despite the ups and downs, Sophia felt a sense of growth within herself. Each challenge she faced became an opportunity for deeper understanding, not just of her relationship with Ethan, but of her own emotional landscape. She learned to embrace her insecurities and use them as a foundation for honest dialogue. This newfound strength gave her the courage to navigate the complexities of love, trusting that with effort, they could build something beautiful together. The tension between Sophia and Ethan had been building, and as their relationship evolved, so did Sophia's sense of urgency. She had spent weeks reflecting on their past and the insecurities that lingered, wondering if their recent progress could withstand a true test. One quiet evening, as they sat on the couch watching a movie, Sophia felt the familiar knot of anxiety tighten in her stomach. Was it time to confront the core of her fears once and for all? With each passing moment, Sophia rehearsed what she wanted to say. Ethan, I appreciate how much effort you've put into our relationship lately, but there's something that still worries me, she thought. The words were on the tip of her tongue, but doubt crept in. What if this conversation unraveled everything they had built? Sophia knew she needed to be honest, but the fear of losing him felt suffocating. Would she be strong enough to voice her feelings without sounding accusatory? Finally, after the movie ended, Sophia gathered her courage. Ethan, can we talk? She asked, her voice steady despite the fluttering in her chest. He turned to her, concern flickering in his eyes. Of course. What's on your mind? Sophia took a deep breath, feeling the weight of her decision. I've been feeling anxious about our relationship. I want to trust you completely, but sometimes I still find myself questioning things. Ethan's expression softened, and he nodded, clearly willing to listen. I appreciate you bringing this up. What specifically is causing your anxiety? This was the moment Sophia had been waiting for, the opportunity to be vulnerable and open. She shared her feelings about the other woman she had seen him talking to, and how those moments triggered her insecurities. I don't want to feel like I'm not important in your life, and I need to know that I can trust you, she said, her voice trembling slightly. As she spoke, Sophia felt a sense of relief wash over her. The act of expressing her fears lifted a weight she had carried for too long. Ethan listened intently, and as he processed her words, she could see his sincerity. I never want you to feel that way, Sophia. You are incredibly important to me, he reassured her. This moment of honesty was pivotal, opening the door to deeper communication and connection. Sophia realized that vulnerability could pave the way for greater intimacy, allowing both of them to confront their fears together. As Sophia voiced her fears, she felt an overwhelming mix of relief and vulnerability. Ethan took a moment to absorb everything she had shared. I appreciate your honesty, Sophia, he said, his voice steady but tinged with concern. I never intended to make you feel insecure. The last thing I want is for you to doubt my feelings for you. As he spoke, Sophia watched for any sign of defensiveness, knowing that this conversation could either strengthen their bond or unravel it completely. However, as Ethan began to explain himself, Sophia noticed something shift in his demeanor. "I understand why you might feel that way, but I'm also working hard to build my career. Sometimes I'm just trying to connect with others in a professional sense," he said, his tone more defensive than she expected. Sophia felt a pang of disappointment. It was as if her feelings were being minimized. "I get that, but it's not just about that one moment. It's about how those moments add up," she replied, her heart racing. The room filled with a palpable tension as their emotions collided. "You know I care about you, right? I thought we were on the same page," Ethan continued, frustration creeping into his voice. Sophia felt a rush of heat in her cheeks, both from anger and sadness. "We may have been, but I can't help how I feel. I need you to understand that my insecurities stem from wanting to feel valued, not just as an option in your life," she responded, her voice steady despite the storm inside her. Ethan sighed, running a hand through his hair, clearly struggling with the weight of the conversation. "I don't want you to feel like an option. I want you to feel like a priority. But can't you see how hard I'm trying?" There was desperation in his eyes, and Sophia's heart ached for him. Yet she realized that recognizing his efforts didn't diminish her own feelings. It's not just about trying. It's about the consistency of those efforts. "I need to see that you're all in, especially during tough times," she insisted. As the discussion intensified, both Sophia and Ethan found themselves grappling with their emotions, revealing deeper truths they hadn't confronted before. Sophia realized that while Ethan's intentions were good, he had yet to fully grasp the impact of his actions on her feelings. This realization made her feel empowered yet terrified. Could they bridge this gap together? Or would this moment prove to be the tipping point for their relationship? Just when the tension felt unbearable, Ethan paused, his expression softening. "I want to work on this, Sophia. I don't want you to feel this way. Can we start fresh? Let's communicate more openly about our feelings, no matter how uncomfortable it may be." In that moment, Sophia felt a flicker of hope ignite within her. They were both willing to fight for their relationship, and for the first time in a long while, she believed they might just have a chance to overcome this hurdle together. After the intense conversation, Sophia felt a sense of relief wash over her, like a storm finally giving way to sunshine. They had both opened up about their fears and vulnerabilities, creating a space for genuine understanding. Ethan reached for her hand, intertwining their fingers, and for the first time in weeks, Sophia felt a renewed sense of trust. "Thank you for being brave enough to share your feelings, Sophia," he said softly. "I promise to show you that I can be the partner you deserve." As the days passed, Ethan made a conscious effort to prove his commitment. He surprised Sophia with thoughtful gestures, from spontaneous date nights to small, meaningful texts during the day. Each action reassured her that he was not only listening, but also learning from their conversation. In return, Sophia found herself feeling more secure, embracing the love they shared without the weight of doubt hanging over her head. They both worked diligently to nurture their relationship, understanding that trust was a continuous journey. This newfound connection deepened their emotional intimacy, allowing them to navigate challenges more effectively. Sophia began to share her creative endeavors with Ethan more openly, inviting him into her world of art and expression. In return, Ethan included her in his work discussions, fostering a sense of teamwork that had been missing before. Together, they were building a relationship grounded in mutual respect and understanding, a partnership where both felt valued. Sophia realized that facing her fears had not only brought clarity, but had also strengthened the foundation of their love. As Sophia and Ethan moved forward in their relationship, they both took time to reflect on the lessons they had learned. Sophia found herself thinking back to the conversations they had, recognizing how important it was to voice her feelings rather than letting them fester in silence. The courage she had mustered to confront her fears had not only brought clarity, but also solidified her belief in the power of communication. This newfound confidence spilled over into other areas of her life, inspiring her to express herself more openly with friends and family. Ethan, too, was transformed by their discussions. He understood that maintaining a relationship required consistent effort and emotional investment. In his day-to-day life, he began to prioritize time with Sophia, ensuring that they remained connected amidst their busy schedules. Whether it was planning date nights or simply sharing a quiet evening at home, he made it a point to demonstrate his commitment. Each gesture served as a reminder of his dedication to making Sophia feel valued and secure. As they navigated this new chapter together, Sophia and Ethan found themselves embracing the beauty of vulnerability. They discussed not only their hopes and dreams, but also their fears and insecurities. This open dialogue created an environment of safety and trust, allowing their bond to flourish. With each shared moment, they reinforced the understanding that a healthy relationship thrives on mutual support and respect, proving to each other that they were partners in every sense of the word. One evening, while preparing dinner together, Sophia and Ethan reflected on how far they had come. "I can't believe we were in such a tough place just a few weeks ago," Sophia remarked, smiling as she stirred the pot. Ethan nodded, a soft grin on his face. "It's incredible what a little honesty can do. I feel like we've grown so much." As they exchanged knowing glances, they realized that their journey had not only strengthened their relationship, but had also taught them invaluable lessons about love, trust, and the importance of always keeping the lines of communication open. As the weeks turned into months, Sophia began to feel a profound sense of renewal. The shadows of doubt that once loomed over her relationship with Ethan had lifted, replaced by a lightness that came from trust and mutual respect. She had learned that love wasn't just about the happy moments, but also about navigating challenges together. Each discussion they had deepened their bond, proving that vulnerability could lead to greater intimacy. For the first time, Sophia felt genuinely secure in her partnership. However, the true test of their resilience came when Ethan faced a significant challenge at work. The pressures mounted, and he struggled to find a balance between his job and their relationship. Instead of retreating into silence, Ethan reached out to Sophia, sharing his frustrations and fears. "I'm feeling overwhelmed, and I don't want to let you down," he admitted one evening, vulnerability evident in his voice. This moment of honesty allowed Sophia to offer support and encouragement, reinforcing the idea that they were a team, capable of overcoming obstacles together. Sophia's heart swelled with pride as she realized how far they had come. No longer did she feel like she had to walk on eggshells, fearing the fragility of their bond. Instead, she embraced the journey they had undertaken, knowing that their love was stronger than ever. In that moment of shared vulnerability, Sophia understood the beauty of their relationship. It was a living, breathing entity that thrived on trust, communication, and the willingness to grow together. With Ethan by her side, she felt ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, secure in the knowledge that they were both fully committed to each other. With her heart full and her relationship stronger than ever, Sophia felt a desire to share her journey with others. She decided to organize a small gathering at her apartment, inviting friends who had supported her through her struggles. As they sat together, sipping wine and enjoying light snacks, Sophia felt a sense of camaraderie. "I want to talk about something that's been really important to me," she began, looking around the room at the familiar faces that had seen her through ups and downs. As she shared her story, Sophia highlighted the challenges she faced in her relationship with Ethan, detailing the doubts and insecurities that had once threatened to tear them apart. "But what I learned is that communication is key," she said, her voice passionate. "It's not just about expressing fears. It's about building trust and understanding. Being vulnerable can be scary, but it's also incredibly freeing." Her friends listened intently, nodding in agreement, and some even shared their own experiences of navigating difficult conversations in their relationships. By the end of the evening, Sophia felt a sense of fulfillment wash over her. She realized that her journey had not only transformed her relationship, but also equipped her to help others. The warmth and support in the room reinforced her belief in the power of love, trust, and open communication. With Ethan by her side and a newfound sense of purpose, Sophia was ready to embrace whatever came next, confident that she could face the challenges of life and love with courage and grace. Sophia's journey illuminated the vital importance of open communication in relationships. By confronting her fears and expressing her insecurities, she fostered a deeper understanding with Ethan. This experience taught her that love thrives on honesty and vulnerability. The courage to speak her truth not only strengthened their bond, but also empowered Sophia to embrace her feelings, leading to a more authentic connection. She learned that relationships require both partners to invest in trust and mutual support. In the weeks that followed, Sophia and Ethan worked tirelessly to nurture their relationship. They discovered that vulnerability could transform their love, turning doubt into deeper intimacy. Sophia realized that facing challenges together only made them stronger. This journey reinforced the idea that while relationships may encounter obstacles, navigating them with transparency fosters resilience. Together, they learned that a healthy partnership thrives on the willingness to address insecurities and commit to growth. Ultimately, Sophia emerged from this experience with a renewed sense of self and a clearer understanding of what she deserved in a partner. Her story serves as a reminder that confronting insecurities can lead to greater love and trust. Sophia's newfound perspective not only strengthened her relationship with Ethan, but also equipped her to support friends facing similar challenges. She embraced the belief that love, grounded in communication and authenticity, can weather any storm. Have you ever experienced doubt in a relationship that made you question your partner's fidelity? How did you navigate those feelings? And did you confront your partner about your insecurities? Reflecting on Sophia's journey, what do you think is the most critical element in fostering trust and intimacy? Share your thoughts in the comments and hit like if you believe in the power of honest communication to strengthen relationships.